You're listening to Back to Us Radio on the Back to Us Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned into Table Talk Radio with Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson. Comedian Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson. Come on, back to us.
What is happening, everybody? What, did I come in too loud on the wit that time?
I was just turning it down.
I was like, Dave immediately jumped on the controls
distortion.
on that wit. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Table Talk. I'm comedian Reggie Jackson. As always, I'm here with my BFF, David Young. What's up, David?
How's it going?
Pretty good. Can't complain, David. I'm unable to complain.
Good.
So we want to start out the show by giving a great big shout out to my good friend, Mr. Clayton English.
Yeah.
Who this last week won Last Comic Standing.
Yep.
And I knew that he was going to win because he's awesome. And when I was watching the season finale, like, he just did the best job out of everybody.
It's true. He definitely deserved it.
I mean, he just went up there. He did his thing. He's got an arsenal of jokes.
Mm-hmm. Like, the jokes that he didn't tell in winning that would win that competition.
Yeah. The joke that he did do, though, is my favorite joke that he does.
Which one?
The one monkey. Oh, wait, no, he didn't do that on that. He did the Today Show the next day.
With Seth the Late Show with Seth Meyers?
He did Seth Meyers, and then the next morning he did the Today Show.
Oh, wow, okay.
And he did my favorite joke on the Today Show, which is, one monkey won't stop no show. I bet if a monkey come in here right now, his show is over.
Oh, yeah.
And he low-key shaded Circus.
Really?
On his Today Show interview. Like, I don't know.
In what way?
We've got to watch it when we get finished with this.
Yeah.
Because I posted it on Facebook, and I was like, Clayton is really on one. They were running down, like, the list of things he had done. Like, all the odd jobs he'd ever had. Like, oh, look, see here, you worked at IKEA, and you worked at blah, blah, blah. And he was like, man, where'd you get all this information from? And then they were like, yeah, and you were an act in the circus. And he was like, yeah. I was in the circus, and it was difficult.
Yep.
And we were all like, oh! Like, he didn't say which circus.
Yeah.
But he, like, slick just got by with, like, a very a jab on...
Like, I lost my job today. We all lost our job.
Don't feel bad, Reggie. We all lost our job today.
Oh, that's an inside joke nobody listening is going to get.
Right. But, yeah. So he, but, yeah, Clayton won. He won $250,000 and a developmental deal with NBC.
Yeah.
And
so,
he called me.
congratulations.
He called me right after the show aired, and I picked up the phone, and I was like, what? And I told him, because I'd been asking him this whole time if he won, and of course he wouldn't tell me. He would never tell me. We've talked about this on the show.
But he's known for months because that's how TV works.
Right.
Yeah.
But I knew that he got in top 5.
Yeah.
Like from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I was like, why didn't you tell me? And he was like, I couldn't tell anybody. And I'm like, I'm glad you didn't tell me, because I would have told everybody.
Yep. You would have.
I'm one of those people, if I buy you a Christmas present in October, I'm going to wrap it and just give it to you in October, because I just can't sit on the secrets very long. Come here, Jackson. I can't sit on the secrets for very long.
Yeah, like the whole Walking Dead thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you're not caught up, you probably shouldn't listen to this show.
Definitely not. But yeah, I'm so happy for him, though.
Me
and
too.
He looks good on the NBC stage.
He looks good on all of that, yeah.
Yeah, he's just a good-looking guy, and he's smiling, and he's charismatic, and you and I both know from knowing him personally, like, he's just a nice guy.
Right. I've been very happy and very proud to tell all my friends as we're watching this show that he is, like, the most approachable, most, like, easygoing, like, humble person and certainly one of the funniest guys I've ever met. Like, I know a lot of comedians, and I know a lot of them are not that funny off the stage. They may be hilarious on the stage, but a lot of them it doesn't really translate. But he's that funny off the stage too.
Yeah, when he's not asleep. You know, that motherfucker sleep from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and wake up at 9 p.m. and be ready to go do something. Yeah, but, I had to check somebody on Facebook the other day because they were like, well, now, like, they had put in the comment thing, and they're like, well, now that he's big time, he's probably not even going to speak to us. And I'm like, I spoke to him last night. Like, same kid. Yeah. He's had big opportunities. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
opening
Tyler
for Dave
Perry, opening for Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Circus.
Like,
he's had big opportunities. So this is Nikki, we made it.
Right.
NBC is like,
so
you can throw the middle finger to whatever circus you want and be like, I don't ever have to go back there.
Clayton English, the next big name in comedy.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm just really proud of him. But when you watch the Today Show, knowing him like you and I know him, you can tell that it's A, very early in the morning, and B, he hasn't smoked any weed. Like, you can just tell.
Yeah.
But he rocked it out, though.
Nice.
Like, no shade. Like, I'm so proud of him.
Yeah.
And I was like, you win $250,000, and he's like, yeah, man, I know. And I was like, can I get $20? And he's like, man, I ain't even seen that check yet. I have not got it yet. And the dope part about it is he's going to get that check, and as of September 11th, he went on tour, and he's headlining the Last Comic Standing tour. He's headlining.
Yeah.
The Last Comic Standing tour.
Do you know when that comes through Atlanta?
No, but I'm sure we'll find out. He was like, we're coming back around. He was like, I'll let you know, and he's like, I got you.
Yeah.
So,
hell yeah.
Yeah. I fucks with Clayton for a long time, so it's just great to see him. I cried like a baby when he won for multiple reasons.
And that kind of gives me a little boost of confidence because I've got 77 followers on Instagram, but he's one of them. So
Hollywood.
It's quality over quantity.
It sure is. I only got 77 followers, but 2 of them are the top comedians in the country.
Yeah.
And I do mean myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to curl up in a ball and say that. But, so that's dope. And everybody, I've been having a lot of people text me, and they're like, why didn't you audition? And you don't understand that you don't audition for that.
No.
Get over here, Jackson. Come here before I take your life. You don't audition for it.
Table Talk does not endorse dog slaughter. Throw that out there.
Yeah. What was I saying before I yelled at Jackson?
You don't audition for that?
Oh, you don't audition for it. You create a buzz about yourself, and they come and find you. They sit in the back of every comedy club all across America, major cities, of course, like Atlanta, Chicago.
Right.
And they ask the ones to come that they like. So the answer to all those questions is when I get my yamp ass on stage. This book has been consuming me. I'm so excited.
Tell us which book.
My book, the one I talk about like every week. It's called I Went Through a Breakup and I Joined the Circus, and we shot the cover for it today, and I loved it. And Jackson's on the cover, my dog, with me, and that makes me very happy. If she wasn't on there, people would riot. They will be like, well, where was Jackson? Because she's with me all the time. I'm trying to set a release date for it for October 7th.
Nice.
My birthday.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's going to work out because it's been a lot harder process than I thought it was going to be. But that's been consuming me, and I'm very excited about that, my book, when it comes out. It's a very raw piece of me.
I'm excited to read it.
Thanks. What have you been doing? Dragon Con? How'd
Dragon
that go?
Con. That was great. There were a lot of highlights. Probably my favorite thing that happened, though, was I worked a panel where it was all the voice actors for a variety of things. Like, probably the biggest name was Goofy, the guy who voice acts for Goofy at Disney, Goofy the dog. He was on that. There was also Commander Shepard from the Mass Effect video game series. There was the voice of Yakko from the Animaniacs and Pinky from Pinky and the Brain. There was Frylock from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and a variety of other voices and stuff. And
That's cool.
Yeah, and it was just, they had people line up. There wasn't much of a structure. People just lined up and asked whatever questions they wanted to, and all these people would just answer, usually in their voices. And they were all hilarious, and they'd ask Goofy to say dirty things and be like, well, and then he'd just say some just disgusting shit.
It's pretty decent.
Yeah. So that was awesome. On another panel, there was the guy who played Chewie in Star Wars. The guy who was in the suit making the noises. He was on a panel.
Shut up.
Yeah, so that was cool. Then there was the robot battles. There was a robot battling tournament where there were two different weight classes, a 12-pound and under and a 30-pound and under weight class, and they played this sumo-style robot battle where you had to knock one another off the platform, and that was really cool with just like remote control robots. And then the last thing I'd have to talk about was the cosplay aspect of it, which we talked about leading up to it. Thanks to my wonderful girlfriend, I was I was Deathstroke from DC Comics, who is kind of the DC equivalent of Deadpool. The same creator created Deadpool and Deathstroke. Deadpool's alter ego is Wade Wilson. Deathstroke is Slade Wilson. So I looked badass in that costume, and rather than going with Starfire like we talked about in our last episode, Natasha actually wound up going as Wonder Woman.
I know, I loved her costume.
Yeah, she looked great in that, and we had a good old time.
Well, the best part about Dragon Con was that you got her a lightsaber
yeah.
that is so legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, you first, when I said I got a lightsaber, your reaction was, "Oh, you can get that at Walmart," but no, not like this. This is this feels like a lightsaber. It's metal. It's got some weight to it. It's sturdy. You could hit it against something, and it doesn't like break. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break. And then the best
What if
part,
somebody broke in your house and was in your kitchen trying to steal some shit, and you walked from out of the bedroom and was like, "Mom."
yeah.
I would just run.
I want to say on the air the whole rundown that I gave you. Like when this type of lightsaber, you press a button and it lights up and it goes, vroom, and then you start waving it around and it's got a motion sensor, and every time you swing it, it goes, and
Sickening.
yeah. So it would look legit.
I really don't know what I would do if I was breaking it. First of all, because I burglarize homes on the regular. It's kind of just my side gig.
Well, of course.
But yeah, I don't know what that would just be frightening. But only if the burglar was a nerd. If he had like a real gun, he would be like, pum, 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 and he'd just die.
You can block lasers, but you bet you can't block bullets.
Right. If you were a real Jedi, you could. Sorry, my bad. I went into fantasy world.
Actually, yeah, I guess a lightsaber probably could block a bullet.
Darn.
Just vaporize it, right? If it can cut a hole through a metal door, it could probably vaporize a bullet.
Probably. Well, you see them when the droids are shooting at them.
Well, the droids are always shooting lasers, though. There aren't any bullets in the Star Wars universe.
Oh, school. My bad.
I'm so excited for Episode 7 coming up.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
In December on Ty Galloway's birthday.
Yep.
Shout out to Ty, who came down today after serving our country all day to be kind enough to shoot that book cover. I appreciate him.
Yep.
Fear the Walking Dead is on episode 3 now.
I'm going to set my mic down. No, go on.
It's on episode 3 now. So, episode 1, I was like, eh. Episode 2, I was like, Episode 3, I'm in it.
Okay.
Episode 3, it got so real, like, really quick, and everybody's seeing, like, it's actually right now in the middle of the outbreak, so everybody's really kind of seeing what's going on. And there was a dog on the last episode, it was on episode 3, and it was actually called The Dog. And the dog is, like, trying to fight a zombie, and it's a German Shepherd, and he's just, like, very well-trained dog, obviously. I mean, this dog is just, like, going in, like, rah, 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 rah. And Jackson is sitting on the couch the whole time that dog is barking, and then she starts barking, and I can't finish watching the scene because she won't shut up. And then the dog dies. Buzzkill.
Oh,
the dog dies.
Spoiler alert!
And spoiler alert, indeed, especially for the dog.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I thought I had a long run, and but so it made that sound like a dying dog sound, and Jackson was like, What are you watching? This is horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm about that life.